Good morning, eighth graders. It's Miss Morgan. How are you? I hope you're having a good day. And here is the video that will tell you everything you need to know about your classwork for today. So let's see, there I am. All right, so you're going to make a little brochure, maybe. Some of you may want to do this in your composition notebook. If you don't feel like folding a piece of paper into thirds, you probably want to just use the composition notebook. So you're going to need a piece of paper or your composition notebook. Paper or a composition notebook. So pause the video right now and go get that. And you'll need something to write with. You may want two different colors. You may not, but I'm always a big fan of having some color coding, but that may not work for you or may not be a thing you care about. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and go get those materials at this point. All right, so now that you have your materials, here's what you're gonna do. If you're making the brochure, you're going to fold the paper into thirds. So I'm going to take the paper, and it's going to be hard to do this in the air, and I've had a lot of experience folding paper into thirds. Maybe you haven't, but let me see. I just kind of eyeball it, but like I said, I've done this a lot, and it's hard to do it in the air. Usually I would use like a hard surface to fold it, but so this doesn't look that good. Because I did it in the air. It doesn't look good. All right, so I'm going to show you one of my better ones that I did like when I was like pressing it on a table. Okay, this one looks better. All right, so you're going to fold the paper into thirds. This can be harder for some students than it seems, and if it's not hard for you, awesome. But anyway, and if it's too frustrating, just use a composition notebook. All right, so you fold the paper into thirds, and then this is how, when you unfold it, you're going to label it. So go ahead and pause the video and label it, and you can see I used a different color to kind of block off some of the items. Okay, so I usually don't have, like, since these are questions at the top, oops, I forgot my question mark on the left. Oh well, but in the middle, what principles of government does the DOI include? Usually in a sentence or question, I wouldn't use an abbreviation, but I just figured it was easier in this case. So go ahead, pause the video and label the paper if you're doing a brochure. Okay, that's it. That's the paper unfolded. All right, so that's one side. Then that's the middle. So go ahead and pause the video to label this. The other thing is, if you don't want to squeeze the definitions, I don't even know if that's enough room for those definitions, because in the glossary, sometimes your book has kind of long definitions. So if you don't want to have the pressure of squeezing information on the panel of the brochure, I would just use the composition notebook. But go ahead and pause the video if you haven't already to label these sections. If you are doing the composition notebook, here's how you should set that up. Oops, no, take that back. This is the number of facts you need. So you don't need to write down what I have circled, but you maybe in pencil to the side, or just keep this video paused when you're doing your work so you know what needs to go on each, or how much information you do for each section. Well, and pause the I'm not going slow enough in the video so that it's like at a pace that you can keep the video going and do the work. I expect you to pause the video as needed to, record whatever information you need. All right. This is not, when you unfold the paper, this is not the order that the information will appear in the textbook, by the way. All right. That's what you need for facts for the inside panels. These would go in order, right? Definitions, why it was written, how it was organized. This is in order, but the back, well, I guess the back is in order when you go left to right. Yeah, it's in order left to right. So I guess it is in order. This is in order left to right as well. except the definitions will be at the end. That will be the last part of the assigned reading. All right, so if you're using a composition notebook, here's how you should set it up. You probably don't need a whole page for all the definitions, but just to keep it consistent, one page should have the definitions. Pause this video as needed. And then 2 pages will be set up like this. You will probably have extra space, but I would like you to set it up in this way, okay? It's just easier, I think. All right, pause the video as I keep saying as needed. All right. So once you have your work set up, you're going to log into Actively Learn. Try to use at least one abbreviation in your notes besides Declaration of Independence. I don't even know if you're going to have, if it's going to, I don't think you're going to need to write it much when you write down the facts, but try to have another abbreviation. Like if you're going to write about Thomas Jefferson, you could, abbreviate his name TJ. All right. But try to figure out, even if it's not a civics word, if it's just a regular word, you're abbreviating because with something like that. All right. So you're going to do the work. Try to use at least one abbreviation. All right. Once the work's done, you want me to submit pictures of your work or a video. So if you do a video, I just need you to hold the paper slowly enough so I can pause it and see that you wrote down information. So like if I was doing a video of my composition notebook, I might say, here's this page, maybe hold it a minimum of 5 seconds. And then I would, make sure this page is visible. It's not great with the way I'm recording this video, but anyway, it's just a different option. All right, so that's that. And here's a fun little graphic I made. The founding fathers talking about how awesome you all are, right? And that you're all going to complete this work on time. They can feel it in their graves, wherever all those graves are. Hope you have a good day. If there's a question, email me. I will be able to check my email off and on throughout the day. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.